Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, My So-Called Healthy Life, and welcome to day 5 of the Dream Life Project. It started with like 400 people watching it in the first day, and then like 300, and then like 200, and now I think there's like 150 of you doing that, but that's huge, right? Like if I was doing like a speaking engagement and I was teaching this to like 150 people, or even if like just 20 people or 50 people, like that would still be a lot that were participating in it. So I think it's very cool, you know, that there's some of you that have stuck around and are like, I'm going to do this. I've gotten so many messages from you that you guys are doing it and you like have let me know like what your exercises are, and thank you for that. Some of the things that I do on here, I will share, and some of the things I will not share. And it's not that I want to keep anything from you. It's just that like some of my goals are kind of personal, if that makes sense. Specifically personal. Other goals are bigger, and I'm also a believer in this, okay? Be careful what you tell other people. Like, I am sometimes very, very careful about keeping my dreams to my heart, close to my heart, and not telling everybody in my life about them, you know, to actually look at them and read upon them and like reflect upon them, which is what we're going to talk about today, but not to talk about them to everybody. And this is like a little bit different than what I was saying yesterday. It's like, you know, when I was saying yesterday that you have to, like, if you believe that you're a writer, say that you're a writer. I do believe that, but I believe that when you have like bigger, you know, dreams, like saying things like I'm gonna win an Oscar, so to speak, you know, and that's not on my dream list, but let's just say if it was, that, you know, you say to people like I'm gonna win an Oscar, and like I'm over here and as Peter encouraging you to believe that, right? But you say it to other people, it kind of puts into this whole system of people going, who do you think you are, right? And so I think some dreams of ours, before we put them into actualization, we have to keep close to our heart, if that makes sense. But today I wanted to talk about reflecting on our actions from yesterday. And it was interesting when I was doing this assignment, and this is something I really have like, I've done it myself. Like I did a whole like Peter plan for 2016, like 2 years ago, and it failed miserably because I didn't follow up on it. But it was interesting because this was very, very similar to that. So what I had you do yesterday was that I had you post, or I had you go through your list from November 3rd of what your dream life would look like in a year, if that makes sense. And then I had you go into it yesterday and write down something that you could do on a daily basis, or that would, you know, have you be more successful towards achieving that goal. Does that make sense? So when I was looking at it, it was interesting because several of the things repeated themselves. For example, okay, one of my dreams is to be in the best shape possible and, you know, have the best body of my entire life. Well, that kind of resonated in 3 different dreams. And so it was like, focus on your lifestyle changes, drink water, exercise, like those kept on coming up. And so what I want you to do today is I want you to reflect on your list and kind of find themes for your list, if that makes sense. And then I want you to make like a list of 5 or however, 3 to 5 or whatever of major goals that you want your life to look like in 5 years, if that makes sense. And for me, you know, it was like they really weren't that deep, you know, like some of them were about posting videos on YouTube. Others were, you know, about working on my body and having the best life possible. Others were about working on my marriage because I want to have the best marriage possible. And others were about me writing on a daily basis. And when I look at it from that point of view, okay, so Peter, if you continue to make the videos that you love to make, you continue to write the books that you love to write, you continue to stay on track with your diet, that's probably the toughest one, you know, and you continue to do the things that you're doing for your marriage, which is like reading, you know, like books with you and Alex reading books together that improve your marriage, and, you know, having romantic, passionate dates, and, you know, we say the marriage counseling because that's been super successful for us. And I talk a lot about that on my vlog. So, you know, like I think if I keep on doing those things on a regular basis, the reality is I probably will achieve my dreams in 5 years, because something is going to result from me putting all of this positive energy on a daily basis towards goals that at some point what will happen. Now, remember we talked about the habit changing on day 1. Something will happen over 21 to 30 days, or something will happen over 6 months to 5 years. So On day one, I had you pick a habit you wanted to change, right? And mine was get up every day and take a shower. Now, I have done that at some point. Every day, I have taken a shower and done my hair. And I have to do it in a minute because I'm getting ready to go to a meeting. But I've been dragging my feet today in bed. We went to my mother-in-law's and had chili. I got to have rice because she puts her chili over rice. And she had meat in her chili. So I just had to have rice and crackers. It was very delicious. But anyway, but it was cute. So, but I didn't take a shower earlier today. So I've made sure that I'm taking a shower every day. Somebody asked me, they said, you didn't talk about cleaning out something. Now, I have not been very good on that. Okay. That has been the one thing that I haven't been good about. But it's been interesting because I've been kind of moving things around, getting ready to do a bigger move. Okay. And Alex said to me, it would be really great if you got the basement done. He was like, because then you would have a place to film videos down there and do your live streams and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, that's really true. Somebody commented on my video and asked me if I would do maybe a weekly YouNow check-in with everybody that's doing this. And I definitely think that's a great idea. So thank you for that comment. And I'm gonna look at what's a good time for me on maybe an earlier in the day kind of thing, a 6 or a 7, so that everybody can do it. If you're not in the United States, it's not too late. It's 11 or 10. And if you're here, it's early enough that the kids are either getting ready to have dinner or you're after dinner or something like that. So those are some really, strong ideas for all of that, of me making some changes. But when I think about the habit, okay, of changing a negative habit over 21 to 30 days, the other thing that you need to know, the flip side of that, and this is why I'm having you do it, is that you can make something a habit over 21 to 30 days too. So, if you get into the realm, like me taking a shower every day and doing my hair, if I truly do that every day for 21 or 30 days, after a while, it'll just become common sense to me. I'll just get up and do it. Does that make sense? And making your bed, anything like that. It's why, as parents, we want kids to do chores, because over time they realize structured, it's good for anybody, not just kids, but it's good for all of us. It's why we go through training at work, and you're trained on the same thing over and over again, because after a while it's rote memorization, right? So the reality is, if you do 3 to 5 things on a regular basis over and over again for the next 6 months to 5 years, the reality is your life is going to drastically look different than it does today in 5 years. There's no way it can't. So what I want you to do is I want you to go into your list from yesterday, and I want you to, another one for me was saving money and that kind of stuff. And that was interesting because I put on here just even if I just put $20 a week in my savings account, which I put more than that anyway, but I put what I can, honestly. A lot of weeks I can't put shit in my savings account. But if I just put $20 a week, which for me is just, junk food at the gas station, a fountain Coke that I don't need one night, just skip it and have one of my filled up bottles of water in the fridge, and not eat treats from the gas station, which aren't healthy for me anyway, then I've saved $20, put it in the savings account, and, over a year I have $1,000, or what is it, $20, yeah, $1,000, so $800, something like that. 365 times 20. Well, it wouldn't be a day, it'd be a week, so what would be that, 52? I don't know, I ain't got my glasses on, I can't do math. What is 52 times 20? What would that be? Would that be $1,000? That can't be right. Anyway, I think so. $1,000? Is that right? No? You guys are Peter, it's $100. You're a total idiot. But anyway, whatever you're saving every week, it's just something you can do, a little exercise to save every week, a little bit of money. And, for me, that's something that I want to do. I don't even know why I'm going on and on and on about this one goal, but that's one of my 3 to 5 things on there. Find the 3 to 5 themes in your list from yesterday, and those are going to be your schedule for the next 30 days to 5 years. That's what you're gonna do on a regular basis. So for me, I know I gotta write every day. Writer's right. I gotta save money. I gotta work on my diet and continue to stay focused on this lifestyle change. Work out, drink water, eat better, those kinds of things, And as I do those things, my life will continue to change. And what we're doing is we're building the foundation for our future. I love you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Oh, don't forget, you have to do your 5 bucket list things for today, and also your 10 gratitudes. Make sure you do those. Those are very, very important. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.